Hello everybody and welcome to the Harrier video that I promised in the last one where I was explaining what I wanted to do with this series, I guess. This is a match I had in the GR3, recorded about half an hour ago I think. I get a nice number of kills. I won't let you know, I won't tell you, so I won't spoil the video for you. Sorry, the background footage at least. This is the only Harrier I own at this current point in time. I don't want or need the GR1. It's, even though it's like really high in the meta right now, it's not an aircraft that I need. And that's purely because this was the last aircraft I unlocked in the British tech tree. I didn't need it to grind anything. Maybe if I were to buy it, it would be a Silver Lion grinder, and that's about it. But apart from that, this aircraft served its purpose. I spaded it within the week of getting it, and it's just a fun little thing to fly out every now and again now, for me at least, because I'm doing mostly British and German tanks at the moment, as you saw in the last video with the German tanks. Now, when this thing was released, at least the GR1, when the Harriers were released, the GR1 was at battle rating 9.3, which I'm really unsure how Gaijin thought that was a good idea. I suppose not getting enough people on to actually test the airframe against other aircraft in this game through the dev server, which is more or less a hype server than anything, is probably mostly to blame, because you don't get statistics from it at all. You get people going into custom games and that's it. That's all people do, is they play in custom games. You'll get the odd one or two people that'll try the matchmaker on the dev server, but it would just put you with bots that stay on the ground, and you just strafe out bots on the ground mostly within the dev server's matchmaker. So you can see why you wouldn't get an accurate statistic for its battle rating, and especially with the performance of the aircraft, the people that were testing it that have a number of hours in the game. So I guess I have a large amount of hours in this game. I have a decent amount of experience flying top-end jets. I could see that this aircraft should have been at 10.0 at the minimum. Sorry, the GR1 at least should be at 10.0 at the minimum. But they started it out at 9.3. Now, they did kind of fix the situation by putting this jet, sorry, the GR1, not this jet, up to 9.7 with the Aviate-C and the GR3. It still didn't really fix the issue, as it still dominates 8.7, 9.7 matchmakers, sorry, 10.0 and 9.0 matchmakers. It still dominates that airspace because of its acceleration off the runway, and it's just its maneuverability. You put this thing in VTOL mode and you can overshoot any aircraft in the game, with the exception of maybe some biplanes. Those things might be able to contend with the VTOL mode on this plane, but this aircraft is very dangerous for anything that maneuvers well as well, because even Sabres are a little bit under-equipped in their maneuverability if handled incorrectly against this aircraft. There is an example of that in a couple minutes time, actually, of what I mean by the maneuverability against a Sabre, and that F-100 just got very unlucky. The Aidens are my favorite gun in the game, so I've learnt them well. I have the Hunter F6, I have the F1, the Defers machine guns, cannons, are the same thing. I've had a large amount of experience using them. So the Defers that are on the Valtor, the G91R3, the YS, the Aidens on the Hunter F1, the Hunter F6, and regrettably the Aidens on the Dorito, the British Dorito. I can't even remember its name, is how much I don't like it. I just have a lot of experience with these guns, so that guy got unlucky. But here's the thing, A5 Sabre can't keep up with the acceleration of the GR3. Now, the F30 and the F40 and the F2 are completely different stories. What I have to do here is go into VTOL mode and try to make him overshoot. And that's what I do here. So if I go into VTOL mode, lose a lot of speed, that Sabre is not going to be able to turn inside me at all. And for some reason, this guy decides that climbing up in a straight line is a good idea in front of a missile-carrying jet. So he gets that in return. That's what I mean by maneuverability. If you know how to handle the Harrier, and I'm only kind of like in the middle of, you know, being able to handle the Harrier's like maneuverability. You put this aircraft in the hands of, say, I guess, Orange Doom, like I mentioned in the last video. If he put time into this aircraft, he would dominate in it. Defen is another person I would say would dominate in this aircraft, and there's plenty of videos out there of people that know what they're doing with it. Defen, I know, has a lot of videos, a couple of videos at least, out on the Harrier and in the GR3 showing its capabilities. So there's that with that. I would say I'm in the middle. I'm mediocre. So if I can pull this kind of result out of this aircraft with relative ease and a damaged airframe at that, then maybe this thing's a little under-tiered. But then again, a lot of aircraft are under-tiered, and the top-end battle rating spread isn't wide enough. To be fair, a lot of the battle ratings in this game, with at least the air trees, are too compressed, and we really need a patch that would decompress it, make it more fair, because aircraft like the F9, F8 Cougar, the Panthers, the Cougars in general, don't have a place in the matchmaker anymore. You don't see them because they don't work against aircraft like this, and especially when the GR1 was released into 9.3, the Cougars at 8.3. This thing, the GR1 got a constant down tier when it was first released. So anything at 8.3, so the MiG-15, the Russian standard MiG-15 was the first aircraft that it would, well, not the first, but it was an aircraft it would face, and it couldn't stand up to it. And now the MiG-15 BISs, both German and Russian, face against this thing. I'm hesitant to say even the MiG-17 is a worthy adversary for this. Then again, some people have kicked my ass while in MiG-17s while I've been in the Harrier. It all depends on the pilot, and that's the thing about battle ratings. It all depends on the statistics that Gaijin have that we haven't seen before. So I don't know. I do think that the battle rating spreads are too compressed, and they need to be decompressed all over the place if they're going to add in new aircraft at a later date, like F-14s or F-8 Crusaders, or I don't know, God forbid, an F-18 or an F-15 at some point. This doesn't currently work, at least now. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was just me rambling and talking about the current matchmaker for the Harrier. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video, which might end up being a British tanks video. We'll see. I've been trying to create a 7.7 lineup for that. So, yeah. Catch you guys later.